Hello, creative friends. This is Joy. So, I am doing an art journal page for the Dino Wakely. I am grateful for Creative Challenge. And this month for January is I am grateful for kindness. So, that's what this page is all about. And I am working in my Dino Wakely media journal and using the Dino Wakely acrylic paint. So I just decided to get a layer of paint on my page here with the blue and just covering, everything on this page, just to kind of get a base of color down on the page. And I give that a minute to sink in, and I even hit it with a heat gun just for a few minutes. I don't want it completely dry, but I want it to be a little drier so that when I go in with the baby wipe here, it doesn't take up so much of the paint. I don't want to see, I just want to see some of the pattern, not like all the way down to the white paper. And you can see some of it dried a little bit more, and I was able to get the pattern to come up as much, but that's okay. I am fine with that. So once I completely dry that, I got this Dino Wakely collage paper and decided to add some of these to the art journal page as well. And so I'm using matte medium to put these down with. And the idea is that when you put these down, it kind of disappears into the background, and then all you see is the pattern on the paper. Well, it doesn't exactly disappear into the background, but it disappears enough, I guess. So I cut out these like circles and then pieces of these other like pattern circles to put on the page, and decide to, like I said, add these to the page using matte medium. So I'm putting the matte medium underneath and on top of these to get these, down on the page. So, I mean, they disappear, I guess, for the most part, but you can still kind of see a little bit of it, of the paper, that they're printed on. But what I do, and I'll show you here in a minute what I do to help kind of, like the white circles, obviously I want them to stand out somewhat, but on those other smaller circles, you don't really want to see the paper that they're printed on. So what I do is I go around and complete any circles that have been cut or torn off so they just don't abruptly stop. And then I add some more around the outside so it kind of helps it blend in better and doesn't look like, doesn't make it as noticeable, I guess, that it was, put on there on paper. So that's what I'm doing here. It just kind of helps it blend in more with the background there. So I'm just completing any, circles that have been cut or torn in half, and then adding some others around the outside of it with this black pen. And this black pen goes over anything and everything. And then I decide to go around the white circles as well, just a little bit to help them stand out a little bit better. And so that's what I'm doing here. And I don't bother with anything on the far left because I know that I'm going to cover that up. So, yeah, I got this face out of the Dino Wakely collage collection that I want to put on this page. And I'm using a permanent glue stick to put that down on the page. So I'm, covering the back of that, with the permanent glue stick. And I always use permanent because I want to make sure it stays and it doesn't come back up. And I glue that down to my page. And so I put her, where I want her to be on the page, and she's overhanging a little bit, but that's okay. I end up cutting that off. And then I had this tag that I also got out of the Dino Wakely collage collection, and I go around the edges with a Staz-on ink pad. And actually this was not a tag, it was one of the papers, and I really like the colors and the pattern, so I cut it into a tag and punched a hole, and then got this quote out of my stash that says, when we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed, by Maya Angelou, which I thought was appropriate for this page since this is all about being grateful for kindness. So, yeah, I thought that was really appropriate. And then I put the string through the hole that I punched. That I thought was really pretty and went with the page. And I used my permanent glue stick to put that down onto the page as well. And I went around that tag with the black marker to help it stand out a little bit from the tag, and cut off the excess off of this page, and then decided to do a little bit more to this girl, add a few more, pencil marks in her hair, and then I ended up getting the Dino Wiggly scribble sticks and decided to add a little bit of the pink to match the tag to her lips and to her cheeks. So I'm trying to get it, to just be like pink cheeks and pink lips. And then I decided that, I wanted to add some Dino Wiggly washi tape across the bottom, and these hearts think are really cute and appropriate. So I add that across the bottom of the page. And then I decided that it needs something across the top, so I find a different washi tape that's also a Dino Wiggly washi tape to add across the top of the page. And then I end up adding a little bit of washi to the tag because it seemed like it needed something blue on it. It didn't have any blue, so you'll see that here in a minute. So this is pretty much the art journal page that I created. I hope you guys like it. If you do, you can give me a thumbs up. You can also leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. Or you could subscribe to my channel. I post videos every Tuesday night, and so you could see more. And I enjoy doing these art journal pages. I'm not affiliated with any of these companies, just letting you know what I'm using. And I had to go over that washi tape twice to make it stand out better. So thank you guys for stopping by and watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.